Hello and welcome to BMesh. I am Rafia Vikar. Hope you all are fine and doing well. Now, after completing the topic of motivation, I am going to start off with another theory of motivation today. If you still have not watched our previous two videos, then I request you first of all go through those two videos, which is concept of motivation, and second video was related to Maslow's need hierarchy theory. And after completing those two videos, you should continue with today's video. So let us start off with ERG model. Now ERG model was given by this person Clayton Alderfer. Now Clayton Alderfer did not do anything new. He did not evolve anything out of the box. First of all, let me clarify this. But he somewhere down the line, worked upon the theory which was laid down by Maslow. Now, like I said, if you still have not, watched our previous video related to Maslow's need hierarchy theory, then first of all, please watch our video and then come back to this particular class. This was the theory which was laid down by whom? Abraham H. Maslow. This was need hierarchy theory. Clayton Alderfer tried his level best to modify and improvise the theory which was previously given by Maslow. And do remember one thing, he worked upon the theory which was previously laid down by Maslow. He did not work on the latest update which Maslow gave. Like I told you that before passing away, Maslow improvised his theory, and Maslow added on 3 more points to this particular need hierarchy model. But even till date, need hierarchy model is widely known in the form of 5 various needs. Many books, many authors do not refer it need model. Various colleges, various teachers, they even teach this particular model. Do remember one thing, this is widely accepted. So that is why Clayton Alderfer worked upon that. Now what did he say? First of all, let us try and understand that. Clayton Alderfer defined this model to be ERG. What is the full form of ERG? Existence, relatedness and growth. Now, like I am telling you, he worked upon the model which was defined or laid down by Maslow. So, he said that physiological needs and safety or security needs should both be combined, and they should both be considered to be as very, very essential for existence of human being. बिना इन दोनों चीज़ों के क्लेटन एल्डरफर ने क्या कहा, एग्जिस्टेंस एक इंडिविजुअल का सर्वाइवल क्या होता है, प्रॉब्लम में पड़ जाता है. सर्वाइवल एक तरह से क्वेश्चनेबल हो जाता है. एक इंडिविजुअल का क्या होता है, रहना उठना बैठना, तो क्या होगा, मुश्किल में आ जाएगा. रिमेंबर वन थिंग, फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड्स में हमने क्या पढ़ा था, फूड, वाटर, क्लोथिंग, शेल्टर, दीज आर बेसिक नीड्स विदाउट विच वी कैन नॉट लिव, विदाउट विच वी कैन नॉट सर्वाइव. Similarly, safety or security needs were, basically associated to personal safety. Safety should be there in our environment. Job-related security should be there, and all those points were discussed. So, if we combine both of them together, he said that the first and foremost point, which is essential for human survival, it is existence. Secondly, like you all must have seen that I have broken up self-esteem into 2 parts. One is high self-esteem and one is low self-esteem. So Alderfer, first of all picked up social needs, and then he picked up low self-esteem needs, and he said that both of them are essential for what? Relatedness. Both of them are essential for making associations, for making collaboration. Now let me make you understand what exactly do we mean by relatedness. See, whenever you want to build a bond with anyone, you do not keep a high ego, you keep a low ego. You are humble, you are down to earth, you are understanding and all. And when you are having the best kind of temperament, when you are having the best kind of attitude, where are you having that attitude? You are having that attitude with your family, your friend circle, your neighborhood. It is quite natural that you are going to have a good association with those set of people. So with the help of low self-esteem, with the help of low ego, and with the help of social needs, you can build relatedness. रिलेटेडनेस कैसे बना सकते हैं, जब ईगो थोड़ा सा लो रखें और हम जो है क्या होता है एक तरह से सोशल लेबल हैं. फाइन. So this was the point associated to relatedness. Later on, Alderfer said that high self-esteem and self-actualization should be combined together, and a common point should be made for them, which is growth. He said that High self-esteem and self-actualization should be combined, and what should be made? Growth. Now this refers to the fact that when an individual has reached a particular level in the society, when an individual has attained a particular status in the society, his ego increases somewhere down the line. देखा होगा कि जो फेमस पर्सनालिटीज होते हैं, एमिनेंट पर्सनालिटीज होते हैं, उनके क्या होता है, ईगो कुछ थोड़ा हाई होता है. तो हाई ईगो के साथ अगर आप सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन को जोड़ दीजिए तो वो चीज क्या बन जाएगी, वो बन जाएगी ग्रोथ. A human being grows when he has high ego accompanied with self-actualization. So this was the model which was laid down by Clayton Alderfer. And again I am repeating the fact that he improvised the model which was already being laid down by Abraham H. Maslow. Like you all can see, he has only defined 3 needs: existence, relatedness and growth. तो एक इंडिविजुअल के लिए क्या हुआ, इन्होंने 3 कंपार्टमेंट्स बना दिए. 3 एक तरह से क्लासिफिकेशन कैटेगरीज इन्होंने ड्रॉ आउट कर दी और कहा कि इंडिविजुअल्स क्या होता है जिसकी रिक्वायरमेंट, जिसकी नीड्स क्या होती हैं, एग्जिस्टेंस से एसोसिएटेड होती हैं, मोटिवेशन उसको उसी तरह से देना होगा. सिमिलरली अगर कोई अपने रिलेटेडनेस से बिल्डअप करना चाहता है तो वो उसी तरह से मोटिवेट होगा. और कोई इंडिविजुअल ग्रोथ अचीव करना चाहता है अपनी लाइफ में तो उसका मोटिवेशन का लेवल कुछ और होगा. तो ये था हमारा क्लेटन एल्डरफर का ERG मॉडल. नाउ लेट अस प्रोसीड विद द नेक्स्ट मॉडल. ओके, सो नाउ द नेक्स्ट थ्योरी व्हिच वी हैव विद अस इज 3 need model. 3 need model was given by David McClelland. Now this person, David McClelland, he divided the human needs into 3 major parts. Now what they are, let us see to it. Number 1 is need for achievement. Number 2 is need for power. Number 3 is need for affiliation. Let us start off with these needs one by one. Now need for achievement refers to any person who wants to excel, advance or grow in their life. Now let me pick up one such practical example. In school many a times it is observed that a certain set of students are very competitive. They like to take calculated risk. They are very aggressive when it comes to achieving something. So need for achievement refers to the fact that the more a person achieves in his or her life, the more they get motivated. When a topper is going to get high marks in any class, they are going to feel motivated, their morale is going to boost up, and accordingly they are going to work harder for the next set of examination or for the next project which they have in hand. So this refers to need for achievement. यानी कि एक इंसान जितना अचीव करता है उतना ज़्यादा वो मोटिवेटेड फील करता है और जितना कम अचीव करता है उतना कम मोटिवेटेड फील करता है. ठीक है, तो अगला पॉइंट हमारा आता है नीड फॉर पावर, विच रेफर्स टू एनी काइंड ऑफ ड्राइव टू इन्फ्लुएंस पीपल एंड सिचुएशंस. नाउ नीड फॉर पावर इज बेसिकली subdivided into 2 main parts. Power which an individual possesses at the personal front and power which an individual possesses at the organizational front. This is also referred to as institutions front. यानी कि एक इंस्टीट्यूशन के लेवल पे या एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लेवल पे एक इंडिविजुअल कितना ज़्यादा पावरफुल है और पर्सनली एक इंडिविजुअल कितना ज़्यादा पावरफुल है. अ पर्सन इज गोइंग टू फील more and more motivated if they are going to achieve more power. अब कैसे, इसका एग्जाम्पल भी डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. Many a times it is observed that there is one person amongst your friends who is very dominating. He is very bossy. He knows how to get the work done. So this refers to personal power. आप personally कितना ज़्यादा लोगों को या situations को influence कर सकते हैं, वो क्या है, पर्सनल पावर. और जितना जो है वो क्या होगा, आप ज्यादा पावर अचीव करेंगे, जितना ज्यादा आप काम करवा पाएंगे, यू विल फील मोर एंड मोर मोटिवेटेड. आपको लगेगा हाँ भाई मेरा काम तो आसान हो रहा है. नाउ कम्स द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ इट विच इज इंस्टीट्यूशनल पावर और ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल पावर. Organizational power का मतलब है, it refers to the fact that you as an individual know how to utilize your position, utilize your post, and you know how to get the work done. This refers to institutional power or organizational power. ठीक है, so the more you exercise your power, the more you feel motivated. The less you exercise your power, the less you feel motivated. तो सेकंड हमारी कैटेगरी किसकी हो गई, पावर की. आइए थर्ड कैटेगरी की तरफ चले. Need for affiliation. It refers to friendly and close interpersonal relationships that we have with people. Now, this refers to the fact that an individual would like to establish relationships with people. They would like to, be connected to individuals. ठीक है? और जितना ज़्यादा connections एक individual के होते हैं, उतना ज़्यादा वो motivated होता है. Many a times you must have seen that a particular fellow has a lot many people in his gang, in his friend circle. So the more friends he or she has, the more they are going to be motivated. If you are having less friends, then you get, demotivated in that case. So these were the points which we had to cover in 3-need model. Need for achievement, need for power, and need for affiliation. And to sum it up, David McClelland gave us a summary in the form of, he said that out of these 3 needs, the best manager in an organization is one who knows how to exercise his power. Power कौन सी वाली? Institution वाली. Power organization वाली. The best manager is the one who is able to exercise his institutional power. The best manager is the one who is able to exercise his organizational power. जो इंसान अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर पावर का कायदे से इस्तेमाल कर लेता है, प्रॉपरली यूटिलाइजेशन कर लेता है, उसको कह रहे हैं कि वो इंडिविजुअल क्या होता है, अच्छे मैनेजर्स जो है वो एक तरह से बनते हैं. और जो इंडिविजुअल्स अपने जो है वो पोजीशन पावर का प्रॉपर यूटिलाइजेशन नहीं करता, उसको मिसयूज कर लेता है, तो वो लोग अच्छे मैनेजर्स नहीं बनते. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, please comment in the comment section and give us your valuable feedback. Tell us, were you able to understand this topic or not? And also do tell us your doubts. I'll get back to all your doubts. Thank you for today. We are going to meet in the next class.